Hi, my name's Daniel West, and I am one of the founding members of the Sales Enablement Society.
And I'm Gerhard Schwander, I'm the CEO of Selling Power, and I'm also a founding member of the Sales Enablement Society. So we're brothers.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
What was the biggest takeaway so far from that meeting of the founding members?
I would say that the biggest takeaway for me is, even though sales enablement from an industry perspective is still, relatively undefined, you ask 5 people what sales enablement means and you get 8 different definitions, there is a lot more commonality in the room than I was expecting.
What is your role? Describe your role at Salesforce.
So my role at Salesforce is VP of Go-to-Market Strategy and Operations. And so my team basically provides support to the general managers of all of the various businesses, and provides them with their forecast and their business visibility so that they can operate the business. And then we also act as strategic advisors to ensure that they're taking advantage of market opportunities or defending against potential threats on the horizon.
You have been in sales enablement for a very long time, like 13 years.
Yes.
How have you seen that role change?
It has changed in a number of ways. I've tried many different things from a sales enablement perspective, some of which have failed and some of which have been successful. And so I've continued to build on the approaches that have been successful over time. I think that 12, 13 years ago when I had my first enablement title, enablement was really about sales training and a little bit around the tools that we provided to our sales teams to become more effective. So it was a
cross between sales training and sales operations?
A little bit. As it's evolved, for example, in one of my more recent positions, I was responsible for sales strategy, sales operations, and sales enablement, and had all of those functions within my overall remit, and was really much more of a trusted advisor to the person who was ultimately responsible for delivering revenue on behalf of the company. And so we would effectively help to set the strategy, had all of the enablement mechanisms in place to drive the efficiency and effectiveness to make the field more productive. And then from a sales operations perspective, we also had the ability to measure all of the metrics to see that we were going in the right direction.
So what is the biggest monkey wrench that sales enablement directors experience in the function?
I would say that it is the misalignment that can occur over time if you do not do a good job of constantly communicating what is your focus areas from a sales enablement perspective, how are you aligned to the companies and to the VP of sales key goals and strategies, and what's the progress that you are making, what are the quick wins and the milestones you're hitting along the way, because sales enablement, you have to have a lot of different stakeholders aligned and supporting you in order to be effective. And if they can't see that you're making progress, or you're not telling them that you're making progress constantly, then they quickly forget and they go back to doing whatever they used to do before.
So final question, how do you measure the ROI of sales enablement?
The approach that I have used multiple times is you have a number of different types of metrics. You have leading indicators, which are things like consumption of enablement, the adoption of programs, and then you have some leading indicators that are more activity-based. So are people, depending on what the program is, if it's calling on a new type of buyer, for example, are people actually calling on that buyer? Are they getting second meetings with that buyer? And then you have lagging indicators that are more, pipeline, opportunity, close rate, win rate, and the ultimate metric, of course, is did we make the plan as a business?
Awesome. Daniel, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Gerhard.
Awesome.
Really appreciate it.